Hello, it is Candace, your self-love financial coach, and I'm excited to be sharing this great information with you. First off, make sure you hit that button at the bottom that says subscribe, because you don't want to miss any of the great information that I'm going to be sharing with you all about so much stuff: taxes, finance, self-love, whatever it is. So why self-love? I'm a self-love financial coach, and I empower inspired people to have a healthy relationship with themselves and with their money, which is very exciting to me. So today I'm actually going to share with you some tips about your tax routine for the entire year. Many times you get professionals that come in and they may say, hey, you want to make sure you file your taxes, and it's always tax prep. But what I encourage is to have tax planning, to be having a routine with your taxes. So I'll share that with you today. So first off, in the beginning of the year, normally around January, you want to always update your tax withholding. What does that mean? There's this form at your job called the W-4. The W-4 form is between you and the IRS. Okay, you tell them how much money to take out of your paycheck so that you're making estimated tax payments every time you get paid, which is a good thing. So with that being said, make sure that that W-4 is filled out correctly so that you're not overpaying or underpaying your taxes. And I normally tell people to check this at the first of the year to make sure it's done properly. Now with that, let's be real clear. You can change your W-4 anytime throughout the year. You don't have to just change it at the beginning. Anytime your personal or financial situation changes, you can update that W-4. So that's number one with your tax routine. The second thing you want to do is I encourage you to file your taxes on time. Right. So what does that mean? When I say file your taxes on time, by April 15th is normally the tax deadline for the year, for the beginning of the year, what I'll say, without an extension or anything like that. When you file your taxes by April 15th, what that does is it just allows you to either pay your tax bill, and it has to be paid by the 15th, or you'll get your refund as well. Now let's talk about this. Just one of the myths and what people say is that, oh, if I don't file by the 15th, I'm doomed. Well, that's not necessarily true. If you file your taxes after April 15th and you didn't do an extension or anything like that, and you get a refund, there's no penalty. Okay, there's no penalty on that. But if you don't get a refund and you owe, there is a penalty. There's a failure to file penalty, as well as interest and things like that added on top of the amount that you already owe. So be sure to file your taxes on time. And if you aren't going to be able to make the time frame for a regular individual tax return by April 15th, file an extension and it'll extend you out until October 15th. So that's number two, file your taxes on time. Okay. The third thing I'd say is to make sure you see your tax professional again, at least 2 more times during the year. I'd say around June as well as in September. Okay. Why am I saying this? Well, this concept is called tax planning. When you look into tax planning, what it's doing is it's allowing you to make sure that you're under control with your money as it relates to keeping your tax money in your pocket and not overpaying Uncle Sam or underpaying them so that you're not having to pay lump sums at a time. So what I encourage is to make sure you don't treat your tax professional like a gym membership. What do I mean by that? Most times people get these New Year's resolutions and things like that at the first of the year, and they say, oh yeah, I'm going to get in the gym and work real hard. I'm not talking about you, okay? I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about those other people. So they say, okay, I'm excited. I'm going to get in the gym. And then the first of the year comes and they go to the gym that one time, right? Or that 2 or 3 times. Well, after that, they don't see the gym anymore that year until the next year comes around with that New Year's resolution. What I encourage is for you not to do that with your tax professional. You should see your tax professional at least 2 or 3 times a year just to make sure that your taxes are under control. Get yourself a tax professional that's year round and that's going to meet your needs as it relates to this. So you should go and see your tax professional around June as well as in September to make sure that you're paying the right amount of taxes, as well as if your income is significantly higher, what you're doing is you're finding strategies to put your money in different places so that you can pay the lower amount of taxes. And there are many great tax strategies that you can use to do that. So 3 things you want to do. for your tax routine throughout the year. Number one is to adjust your W-4 with your withholdings on your job. Number two, and I'm sorry, you do that in January. Let's be clear. In January, adjust your withholdings. Number two, get your taxes filed on time. And number three, go see your tax professional in June and in September so that you can make sure that you're paying the right amount of taxes and that you have your taxes under control. Because if you can keep more of your tax money in your pocket, there's so many other strategies that you can use with your money, and we'll talk about that next. So remember, subscribe below if you want to look at other videos and things that I'll be sharing with you, and I'm super excited about the information that's going to be shared. So I'll see each and every one of you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Have a great one.
Coffee, coffee in the coffee, coffee in the coffee. Coffee, coffee in the coffee, coffee in the coffee.